This is our Lissmac SBM M D2 1500. This machine is designed for high volume, large plate material. It was designed to process the part from top and bottom in a single pass. Let's compare that to the manual process. When you have a part coming off of your burn table, that part has the slag on the bottom side. That part would then need to be flipped over in order to manually deslag the part. In this case, we don't have to flip those parts anymore from the table to the machine. That adds a very high degree of safety to your process. Now you're eliminating some potential for parts to fall in the flipping process, or to fall off a table or damage somebody's finger while they're manually chipping and grinding a part. This machine ideally was designed to be used in series with the SBM XL G2 S2. However, we do have customers using this as a standalone deslagging machine. This is our Lissmac SBM M D2 1500. SBM, steel brushing machine. M, medium. 1500 references 1500 millimeters of working width, which translates into 59 inches of working width. The D2 part of it references the tools that are inside of this machine. I'm going to open up the door so we can take a look inside to see what the tools look like. Inside of the SBM D2 machine, we have deslagging pins. These pins are represented on the top and the bottom. So what you see here is mirrored on the bottom of the machine. The way this works is 2 rows of deslagging pins running in opposite directions. One will run clockwise, one will run counterclockwise. And you can notice here that the pins are oriented in a cross belt fashion. The part is moving into the machine in this direction, and the tools are working across the in-feed direction. Why that's important? It promotes even wear of your consumables. These pins do get worn or can potentially be chipped, and you are able to replace those individually or as a complete assembly. The pins are attached to a power belt. Each pin has one corresponding bolt to make it easy to replace. The idea of this machine is to take a flame or plasma cut part, take a high bead of slag, and remove it from the part. What we should end up with is a part that now has that large bead removed. The result will have some chatter on the edges from the action of the metal pins. However, this part is ready for either the G2 S2 with the grinding and edge rounding, or if this part is suitable for your application, then it would be ready for the next step in your manufacturing process. This machine includes hold down rollers, so you can put a part in here as small as 6 inches long by 2 inches wide. I did mention that this machine is designed for high volume, large parts. It's also suitable for your smaller parts in large volume. We have a 59-inch wide table here. You can fill the table up and continually send your parts down the line, either to the next machine in the series or to the next machine in your manufacturing process. This machine does not require a dust collector. The slag that's chipped off of the part falls down the machine in chunks into a tray that has handles, is easily accessible from the bottom. You pull those trays out, dump the slag, replace the trays. We recommend that you do that on a daily basis. Now let's go look at the back of the machine. At the rear of the SBM M D2, we have our outfeed segment of the belt. We also have our connection point for motorized extension tables. We have the emergency stop button and our electrical connection at the bottom of the machine on the electrical cabinet side. Now let's take a look inside the back of the machine. Here this gives you another perspective on what this machine looks like on the inside. You can see the top portion of the top D pins or deslagging power pins, but it also gives you an idea of the overall fit, finish, quality, and construction of this machine. This is a heavy-duty, multiple shift-a-day machine that's designed to take heavy use over a very long period of time. Key features of the Lissmac SBM M D2 1500 include a touchscreen display. This display is designed to be easy to read, intuitive, and easily accessible. We have our major functions represented here on the home page, where you have your top D2 pins and your bottom D2 pins with an on and off. You have the ability to adjust the in-feed speed, and you have the ability to adjust the machine to accommodate the thickness of your part. We also have the ability to track the hours of the machine and the maintenance that has been done and that is required. Moving down, we have our on-off, emergency stop, which we also have in the rear, and we have our access points for either the optional barcode reader or for us to be able to connect to your machine remotely for any troubleshooting that might need to be done. Moving to the internals of the machine, we have two units, a top and a bottom unit with deslagging pins that are adjustable from your control to adjust to your desired depth in the part or away from the part. Another feature is our segmented in-feed and out-feed table. Here you can see represented the in-feed portion of the table. The part is then conveyed to the hold-down rollers that grab the part and bring the part under the tools. The tools do their work, and then the part is conveyed to the out-feed portion of the table. This is a constant pass line. That's another feature of this machine that we like to highlight, because regardless of the thickness of your part, this is always going to stay the same, your pass line. Because this machine has a constant pass line, you can integrate an extension table on the in-feed or the out-feed side and not have to adjust the height of those tables every time you change the thickness of the part that you're processing. Each machine comes with a standard control that you would plug the motorized conveyor table into as a plug-and-play system. Lissmac builds motorized conveyor tables right here in New York in our USA facility. Those tables are designed to be the same width. We have 3 different lengths, and they have the ability to plug into our standard control that is on the in-feed and out-feed side that are standard items on each of our SBM D2, G2S2, and our L machine. The safety features included on this machine are the emergency stop button on the front and back. We also have a bump bar in the front, so we can shut the machine down by leaning on it if we need to, and we have a finger protection bar in the front at the in-feed area of the machine. If you're interested in learning more about this particular product or any of the other products in our Lissmac product lineup, feel free to reach out. We'd be happy to talk to you about it.